Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more Gran Turismo Sport. This time around we're kicking off the Nations Cup series here for 2021. Obviously we did the video a couple of days ago with the start of the Manufacturer series. If you missed out on that, I would definitely recommend going back and checking out. But this one though is go-karts at Laggio Maggiore. I don't know why they keep making this a combo. You can see the points available for this race on your screens there. Just over 100 points if you finish in the top 5, which of course will be the aim here today. But yeah, not really sure why this combo is still a thing on GT Sport, I'll be honest. We've done it a couple of times before in the past. It's always been a bit chaotic, a bit carnage. It's just so easy to make mistakes. I mean, I guess it's a good test of your smoothness, but again, yeah, it's really just... I don't know whether it's wheel OP or not, in all honesty, but it's just not a particularly fun combo, in my personal opinion. Now, obviously, we'll ride on board then with our fastest lap. I've done a bit of practice for this one. Obviously, with it being such a short lap time around here, you can rack up laps pretty quickly. And sort of, I was aiming for sort of a mid to high 49. I think my PB in practice was a 49.6. So I was hoping, you know, if we could get sort of within a couple of tenths of that, obviously with it being a short lap and pretty much all of it at full throttle as well. You probably, there's only really 2-3 places you can lose a lot of time. Obviously turn 1 you can lose a bit. I was pretty consistent through there. Obviously all the way down through here is pretty straightforward. It's pretty much this corner and then the hairpin as well, and obviously the final turn, if you completely mess it up with your steering input, then you can lose a lot of time there. But so far this lap has been pretty tidy. We could have probably taken a bit more curb through the penultimate corner there, but riding through the final corner completely pinned. If you get it right, that guy binned it, and I almost followed him as we head out of the final corner. But up towards the start-finish line, there was actually going to be a new PB there, a 49.509, which in the end would be good enough for pole position by just over 1/10 of a second there ahead of the Greek guy just behind us. 2 Italians and then a Frenchman rounding out your top 5 there. But yeah, I think 14 cars separated by a second at the end of qualifying there. It's going to be an interesting one here today. Of course, obviously trying to make mistakes or minimising the mistakes is going to be absolutely key. And of course, the slipstream very, very strong in the karts as well. But let's roll the intro as we get ready to kick off the 2021 Nations Cup then. This intro makes a bit more sense than the other one. I'm definitely not going to be featuring these all throughout the entirety of this championship, but it being round 1, we may as well let it roll in the background. Yeah, not quite as weird as the Manufacturer's one, but still a little bit different. And I mean, it's just completely Gran Turismo, isn't it? At the end of the day, a bit over the top for a mid-B licensed lobby. I can understand it in like the top 24 superstars or whatever it used to be called before now, but yeah, a little bit weird and wonderful at the end of the day still. But yeah, we'll have a quick look through the grid then, obviously, before we dive in to the live commentary. 2021 Season 1, Round 1. I'm looking forward to diving back into this then. And here we go. 20 go-karts on the... Well, 19 go-karts, I think, in the end. Someone pretty much gave up instantly when they saw the combo there. We're on pole. The Greek guy in second, just up behind us there. And then, like we said, we've got a couple of Italians, 3rd and 4th. They might try and team up, obviously, with it being the Nations Cup there. Frenchman in at P5 there with a bit of an interesting livery ahead of a Spaniard in 6th. Another Frenchman in 7th place there. Have we got any other Brits? There we go. P8 there with a beautiful McLaren livery there. P9 in an even better Martini paint scheme there. Then you can see another Spaniard in P10. Another Spaniard in 11th. They really come out in fighting force this week there. Frenchman in P12. Then we've got a second Greek guy up in 13th place there. Another Italian 14th. It's all just the Italians, the French, and the Spanish in this championship. Swiss guy 16th, then you can see we've got another Brit in at P17 there. A German in 18th, the only German in the lobby, and then rounding out is a Croatian, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's dive in then here for round 1 of the Nations Cup. Right, here we are then, ready on the grid for round 1 of the 2021 Nations Cup series then. Why this is still a combo on GT Sport, I'm not too sure. Laggio Maggiore in the go-karts. It makes for an interesting race to kick off the year, but I can't believe just how far back the guys at the rear of the field start for this one. 25 laps, though, should be just over a 20-minute race. I'm hoping it's fairly undramatic. I want to keep it clean and tidy at the front, but it is 5 red lights, and it's lights out. And away we go, and instantly we've probably got to try and break the slipstream of the guys behind as we head down towards turn 1. We've got about 3/4 of a second. But again, just trying not to make any mistakes as well, as that was not a particularly good run through the first corner. Guy behind was actually very, very quick in qualifying. I don't really know how we were able to pull up that lap that we were able to at the end of the session there, but we've just got to hope the slipstream isn't particularly strong. And then we've also just got to hope we don't make any mistakes over the course of this race today as well. As you can see, he's already taken about half a second out, or half a tenth even, I should say,
out down that straight. We're always pretty good, though, through this final sector of the lap. Got to be so careful, though, with the steering and, of course, easing on the throttle. Final corner is completely flat out if you get it hooked up, which I think we've done a lot better job than the guy behind us as we cross the line to finish off lap 1, though. We are almost over the 1 second mark. It is the critical 1 second mark still on GT Sport, and there we go. We have got out of it. So as long as we don't do anything stupid through turn 1 again. Perhaps it's just where this guy's quite strong. No, he's not. Oh, I think the Greek guy's actually made a mistake. So it's the Italian now up into P2. That's good for us. I just want to try and romp away. End of that 2 a little bit out of shape through the final couple of corners. The Italian will take a couple of tenths out of us again. And just dip below the 1 second mark. As that's a 50.1. It's not a particularly great lap there. You can see, yeah, the Italian a 49.6. That's a rather good job done by him. No mandatory tyres or anything like that, obviously, in this race. So we don't have to worry about strategy. But hopefully, yeah, we can just keep it at the front. We seem to be strong through the first turn as well. Seem to be very good through the twisty bits when we get it hooked up. That was a fairly good line. Through the final couple of corners this time around. Is it going to be a new fast lap of the day? Oh, yeah, there we go. 59.6. Fastest by half tenth. We did pull away as the Greek and the Italian behind us are battling it out. The gap up towards 2 seconds now. This is perfect for us early on. Don't want to clip that cone, though. If you clip that cone, it hits the wall and you probably die. Seems to me at the moment we're still hitting... Well, I mean, as long as we're hitting 49s, I'm pretty happy. But the Greek and the Italian behind still just duking out and costing each other. And I'm guessing everyone else behind them time at this stage of the day. I definitely don't feel like we're hitting perfect laps either at the moment. But the gap's still opening up and going the right way. Now it's just a case of, we'll see if we get up towards lap traffic, hoping they all play ball. Such a short lap round here. I've seen so much of it flat out as well. You really wouldn't think lap traffic's going to be much of an issue, but you make one mistake, you lose so much time. And it's difficult to get back into a rhythm. I know we've suffered... Oh, see, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Come on. Keep it calm. Get back on the track. Oh, we just about come back out in the lead still. But now, all that gap that we've worked up to build... So I think, are we running over a cone? I don't know what's going on. Why the kart's making those sounds. But yeah, we've lost all that gap. And now, the slipstream becomes a big thing again. I'll try and work to romp away again. Do what we did at the start. But it's going to be even more difficult now as the Italian. Very much pushing us on the exit of the first corner. And you can just see how potent the slipstream is. He's actually going to give us a bit of a push. So we head down the hill. Trying to go for some bump draft techniques. Not sure that's common in a go-kart. But it's worked for now. We do still hold on. Italian gets Larry behind us. And then just through here, we've got to be so smooth on the steering. Still, we're not able to pull away. Break the toe again. Go a bit... 49.9 still. That's alright. But you just see how much run he gets down towards turn 1. Slipstream worth a huge amount on GT Sport anyway, and in these things, I'll be honest, it's probably amplified in comparison to a lot of cars. The Italian still is all over the back of us as we've got a fellow Brit now up into P3 of the race. He's going to get a big run this time around, so we may as well go defensive on him. He'll have a look to the outside, back down towards turn 1. Use the radar. Make sure we don't allow him the switchback. And just get on the power a bit earlier on the exit. Got to be a defensive masterclass this one, for now. So again, he's going to have a look around the outside down the hill. Is he going to be able to do anything though? He's going to get his cart there, we'll give him the room. But I think we've just about done enough again. Up the hill once more though, nice and easy. Over the curb or the bump. As we head through the final couple of corners, he seems to gain a lot on entry, but then lose it all on exit. And with this huge straight again, it's probably not ideal. Back up to 3/4 of a second out of nowhere. Now we've got to try and get him out of the zone. Come on, gaps up to 8 tenths. Oh, look at that, 5.4, sorry. And I should say, that's what we need at this stage of the day, and despite him still having the slipstream, that was a really hooked up lap, if I do say so myself. Oh. It's just those little wobbles, those little moments, but now you can see. Once you get up to about 3/4 of a second, the slipstream effect really does start to wear out a bit. You can see the gap still just inching up at the moment. Now, hopefully, again, we might be a bit safe, but we've got to try and avoid any errors. And as soon as I say that, that was rather fishtailing. No idea how we kept that in a straight line, but we have. He's going to look to the inside. But we do hold on again. And as soon as he ducks into the slipstream, we'll go back towards the racing line. Oh, again, he's got a big run as we cross over the halfway stage of this race. He's going to look down the inside and towards turn 1. Again, he just isn't able to get on the brakes as late. We seem to be, really confident through turn 1, able to hook it up round the outside that time round. This is still a good battle at the moment, but again, we just need to try and get him over that 3/4 of a second mark. He seems a bit more consistent. We definitely seem quicker, however. Oh, big dive from him in towards the final couple of corners. And he's pulled it off. But again, as long as we stay in the toe, it's not the end of the world still. But yeah, he's definitely better in that hairpin than I am, but we're definitely better in a few other places as we get a big run back down towards turn 1, 111 miles an hour. Sort of got to sit on half throttle through there to really make sure the back end doesn't step out. It's really weird. But we'll have a look back to the inside as we head down the hill. Purple through the first sector as well, which is good. See if we can keep it nailed. Whoa. Whoa, just turned in on me. What's he doing? With a penalty just in front of us. Hopefully he's not going to do anything in this race. Back down towards T1 though. Might be able to hook it up round the outside. Yes, in a word. Although he nudges me on the exit. Might get some toe off this guy in front. This is still just a drag race between us. It's a dead heat. As we head down the hill, just over 10 to go, and this battle is certainly not done with just yet. Try and do the old up and under. No chance there. Oh, he's taking so much curve through there. You can just see how much he pulls away on the exit because of it. Not confident through there. We're getting some good slipstream again. Luckily the Italian's ghosted, so we won't have to deal with him. Oh. He was very slow. A little bit aggressive by me, but we both kept it in one piece. Now as we head back down the hill, he might try and go for something again. No, you haven't got enough. Oh no. Come on, hold on. Whoa! Oh, come on, back end. That's not what we need. Now he's going to have a big old gap. Greek guy is going to be closing in as well. Can we keep him out the slipstream? It's going to be close. I think he's just about going to get it. And now we've got to push like crazy to close back up. Well, the gap's still definitely coming down. We've taken about 6/10 out of him over the last couple of laps, 7/10 even, as we cross the line. Again, we just need to try and get it back under that 3/4 of a second mark. We're carrying the Greek guy behind us as long as well at this stage, as we seem to be very, very quick through T1. You can see that we're always gaining a lot of time on the entry and then really not losing much on the exit. But yeah, we're just dragging this street guy back up to him as well. 6 laps to go though after this one. Got more yellow flags. I think the Italian's given up. Well, the guy in last. Oh no. Why? That guy completely threw me off. Oh, come on. Why can't... Might just have to try and settle for a podium. That is so annoying. Just that German guy on the outside threw me off as I just was trying to look where he was. Don't even know why he was ghosted, but just clip the inside curve and it completely throws you. Literally, in this. Less than 3 laps to go, though, and unfortunately for us, it's not looking great at this stage of the day. We're tied, I think, apparently, with our PB, but we're still definitely the quickest man on track. There's just not enough time to close up the gap. That was a really good line through there. Can we try and get fastest lap back? The Greek guy got it from slipstreaming me. So you head back through the final couple of corners. I think we've messed up the final couple of turns a bit too much to be able to claim fastest. It should be another 49, though. Oh, no. Oh, that was a PB, somehow. By 3 thousandths, we can definitely sneak fastest lap back. Coming on to the final lap, then, of this race. We've still taken about 2 seconds out the 2 in front of us. As, 47 thousandths off the fastest. 3 thousandths off the fastest at the end of the lap. Can we try and get one more good lap in? Let's just try and get on the power over the crest. Shows to go just how good our pace has been without the slipstream. Never mind with it. We were definitely the quickest person today, but just a couple of small mistakes really have cost us at the wrong times. We're definitely not going to get PB again this lap. We're too far back now, but in towards the final corner though. Certainly another learning curve, and I'll be happy not to have to touch this car again until probably 2022. Well, not even a car, is it? Yeah, probably won't have to use it again until next year when they do another series, but round in the final corner, it is going to be the Italian who picks up the dubs there. GG to him. The Greek guy comes through for P2. We come through for a bit of a disappointing P3, but it's still some solid championship points on the board there. Yeah, we took 3 seconds out of him after that final mistake there, and he just got a sub 21-minute race time as well there, so GG's to him. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and yeah, we will be back very, very soon with round 2 of the Nations Cup.